This is problem number 6 from section 7.5. It says, find the solutions to the equation in the interval 0 degrees to 360 degrees, meaning one revolution. For this equation, sine 2x minus cosine x equals 0. Now this equation kind of looks difficult, but the sine 2x gives away how we're going to solve this. We're going to use double angle formulas to solve. So if I pull out my double angle formulas, you can see that sine 2 theta is 2 sine theta cosine theta. So remember, sine 2x is the same as sine 2 theta, just different variable for our angle. So we can rewrite this as 2 sine x, or sine 2x, no, sine x, sorry, cosine x minus cosine x equals 0. Perfect. Because now we have something that we can factor out, and we're going to be able to use the zero product property. We can factor out cosine x. We get cosine x. And when we factor it out, we get 2 sine x minus 1 equals 0. Two things being multiplied equal to 0. We can set them equal to 0. So we can say cosine x equals 0. Or 2 sine x minus 1 equals 0. When does cosine equal 0? So that's essentially what we're doing here. We do the cosine inverse to each side, but really when we sit there, we just say, okay, what can x be to give me 0 for cosine? Well, we know x is 90 degrees or 270 degrees for when cosine is 0. Okay, and we can see that on the unit circle here. At 0 degree, or at 90 degrees, we got 0, and at 270 we have 0 as well for cosine. Now this one, we add the 1 and divide by 2, so we have 2 sine x equal 1, then sine x equal 1/2. So what we're asking here is, when is sine 1/2? Well, sine is 1/2 at 30 degrees. We look anywhere else, sine is 1/2 at 150 degrees. And then it's nowhere else. It's 30 degrees and 150 degrees. So let's write that in there. X would have to be 30 degrees and 150 degrees. So my solutions, if I'm talking degrees, if I write them in order, would be 30 degrees, 90 degrees, 150 degrees, or 270 degrees. If they ask you it for the answer in radians, pi over 6 is what 30 degrees is. This is pi over 2. 150 degrees, that's, well, we can look on here, 150 degrees. 5 pi over 6. And 270 degrees is 3 pi over 2. And so our solutions from 0 to 360 degrees are either in degrees, there, those 4 in degrees, or those 4 in radians. And how we figured this out? Double angle formula got us to the zero product property, so we could solve.